Boom. Got the mic plugged in, the mic plugged in. Hey, anybody there? Got a little light situation going on. Hey, hey. All right. 1 2 1 2. The microphone is connected. Video is connected. Now we need to open up. And let's do a little of this. Let's get that down out the way. Need that. Close that down. All right. I'm here. And I need my chat up. Here we go. Chat is up. And here we are. And let's see about this. A little something like this. One, two, 1 2. One, two, 1 2. Okay. Let's do that. And let's go ahead and admit you, Juliet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, beautiful to see you this morning. Yes, yes, yes. Seeing who rolls in. The fire of love is lit. So come on in and settle into your seat. That Sahej, that beautiful, perfect seat that allows you to know your identity being one with our Creator. Come on in, come on in. How you doing this morning? Let me know how you hear me. 1 2 1 2. Yes, as we prepare to open up the harmonic doors and tune in, knowing that whoever's here is who needs to be here. And we know that we have energy beings all around that are looking to experience the blessings of this gathering. I got a new light, y'all. Let me see how it works. All right, there we go. Okay. So I think all the technical aspects are in place. Yes. Okay. I know everything's in divine order. So let's go ahead and prepare to tune ourselves in. Making sure I have everything. All right. How you doing out there, Juliet? How do I sound? Are you there? So I will hold the vision that my sound is sounding good. All right. Coming to you from the caregiving chamber with Miss Addie. All right, so let's go ahead and tune ourselves in. We'll keep our eye out for those that roll in a little later. So let's come into that stillness as the universe. Yay, you're there. It's beautiful to see you are there. I sound good to you?
Yeah, I was going in and out, but you sound good.
It's beautiful. That's what we gather around that fire of love. We put smile on each other's faces. So let us come as we hold the energy of the space and allow others to arrive. Let us go ahead and step into our abilities. Come with your spine straight and feel the elongation of your crown, the reaching of your crown into the center of creation. Feel the touch points of your body on the earth, and as you feel that, have a sense of gratitude for the intelligence of consciousness called gravity that embodies itself in consistent ways throughout the universe, like the experience of being held on Mother Earth as we travel with her throughout space. I just felt a deep sense of peace just roll through. Oh wow, okay. So let's breathe that in. Let's come to this place where the feet are still, the body is still, and have that imagination begin to extend into the origins of creation, what it was like to be there, because our consciousness is one with the consciousness of life, and so therefore we're part of that source. The call that shows up as challenges is to practice imagining being one with that source. What does it feel like for you? Sometimes I feel like I'm embracing a tree. Sometimes I feel like I am a tree. That helps me to get to that space of oneness. So right now we're having that practice as we begin our sacred circle around this fire of love. Begin to feel the breath. Begin to feel this movement out of the stillness of consciousness and prana, where there now is an action, there's an intention to be respiration, and then what that respiration brings is movement and life in this body. I am one, and I want to become many. Now you are respiration, you are the feeling of the breath, you are the enlivening of the body. Feel the energy from the beginning. Sense the movement of the breath. Feel the inhale. Feel the inhale. And just allow the exhale. And stay in that awareness. Feeling the inhale. Allowing the exhale. And as you sense the exhale, just lightly tune in to the intelligence that allows you to let go. And the intelligent design of life that allows you to receive. And whatever circumstances we face, whatever challenges, whatever joys, whatever problems, none of it interferes with this process of life. So let's hone in on this respiration just for a moment before we activate our ability to create sound. I'm just going to close the window. Stay in that space. Now feel how the respiration generates sound. Hear the sound of the breath generated by the flow of life before we engage the breath and co-create sound with creation. Just hear the sound of the intelligence in the respiration. It is said that that sound is pregnant with information as well as the energy of life. And as you exhale, just let all the labels go. Any labels that show up that tell you what life is all about or tell you how you are, just let all the labels go and let us practice just being the energy of life. Simply being. It's the purpose of our ceremonies, our rituals of our daily practice. They allow us to simply be. The labels will limit us. Practice being today. Being the energy of life and all of its attributes. As you deepen the breath, now we're going to come to tuning in with the sound current, AUM. Uh-oh, got somebody to admit. Forgive me. Yes, welcome, Jill, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Forgive me for the delay. I was in the tune-in mode. Yes, that was me rushing into caregiving mode and forgot to hit send till early this morning. So everything's in divine order. You are here. We are here, those who need to be here at this time. And we just flow with life, right? We flow with life. Yes, so lovely to feel your energy come into the room. So Jill, we are in that space of tuning in to the stillness of the universe, of creation, and our place in that, our oneness with that, growing into expanding our awareness as sound, listening to the breath and hearing the vibration of the breath resonating, its intelligent sound, the intelligence of life, something our mind is not controlling. So as we exhale, we let go of the mind's gathering of labels and meaning. We just gently exhale and just allow it to leave our awareness. And feeling that fire of love that is the consciousness and life force, that consciousness and prana, that energy of life that is coming to each and every one of us, that love that is coming to us, that love that is embodied as our beloved, as our soul, as that infinite, intelligent being that is not bound by the physical body. As we tune into this intelligence that we call our soul, we can dwell in the awareness of energy as well as feel the energy of our physical body. And take a couple of breaths here before we begin to chant, now co-creating with this intelligence, consciously generating sound with this breath that we are given, and amplifying the love, growing this fire of love that we sit around, and also growing the fire of love that dwells within every cell of our being. So we remember that that is our true identity. We generate sound of A-U-M, ah, Aum, giving each letter, these living beings, these three living beings, giving them each time to resonate in our body and feel how the body articulates. If you're not on your cycle or pregnant, lift the muscle of the pelvic floor slightly. And feel your body, even if you are pregnant or on your moon time. It may feel comfortable for you, but feel your body, and if there's any discomfort in lifting the pelvic floor, please just relax the pelvic floor and tune into the sound. But as you come into the A, lift the muscles of the pelvic floor so you get a sense of your vibratory container generating this energy from your earthly centers, and allow them to rise up through the heart center, up through the heavenly centers, and radiate out into your life. And as the sound moves through you, feel a sense of purification. Feel a sense of tuning into your origin. So as you flow through life and you're in your life now, these circumstances that you face, you realize how it's not influencing your origins. We want to dwell in our origin and have that balance. You're going to hear that word a lot today, and probably for the next 3 or 4 sessions, this sense of balance between what is going on in the physical, this body, and out in the world, and what is happening within you. What do you have the ability to direct? What energies are available to you to operate with, that allows you to move beyond circumstances that are closing in on you, that you can expand through that and release the constricting issues, limiting circumstances, those labels. It takes a label to create limitation in its origin, right? There must be a belief in that label, and a collective belief usually begins to strengthen that label that is limiting. And we're here to just drop into balance today, letting go of all of that and involving ourselves in the divine experiment. And when we tune in to our origin, then our origin is free to operate. And we're looking at the generator, the organizer and deliverer, designer of this life as our origin. That's where we're emanating from. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and place our hands in the Surya Mudra, right? The sun finger, the ring finger, and thumb to touch, palms facing up. On the lap or the knee. Spine is straight. Now let's dive into the sound. Aum. Remember, lifting the muscles of the pelvic floor for that A sound, the beginning of that A sound, so you get a sense of yourself and what's available to you, this infinite power of sound. That set everything in motion. In the beginning was the word, vibration. The word was with God. The word was God. And we add, the word is God. So let's dive into that energy. Nice and tall with the spine. Feel the relaxing of the body as you exhale. And we'll inhale to begin. Two more. Last one, a lower volume. Inhale deeply. As you hold the breath and lift the muscles of your pelvic floor, continue to hear the flow of the sound, just like the waves coming up upon shore and returning to the ocean. Feel the vibration of the sound and see during our session today if you can maintain a connection to the flow of the sound, AUM. Exhale. Sweet. Our topic today is releasing the past and stepping into balance. My sound good for you, Jill? And Juliet? The J crew is holding the container today. I'm a Jackson. We got this energy, and here's Jacinta. Look at that. Yes, here we go. Beautiful. So our topic, welcome Jacinta. Our topic today, releasing the past to step into balance. Okay, so let's break down that title for a moment, those concepts. Releasing. Just do that with me. Take an inhale. Let out the sound. Ha, H-A-A, ha. Inhale. Ha. One more time. 3 is a charm. Ha. In medical Qigong, that is literally the sound of the heart, helping to purge and release any built-up energy. And the idea of release is just that. It's part of the balancing expression of this life force, this energy that allows us to be. The ability to release is just as important as the ability to take in the life force. But to let go of what we no longer need is what we're speaking about, right? To be able to have that technology available to us, just that, without saying what we're going to release, just to say, to realize, to come into awareness of that ability. In whatever circumstance you're facing, there is no part of the design of life that says it needs to stay that way because of the technology the technological design of release. Okay? So let's take that in as we move throughout your life and as we move throughout our topic today and our lesson today. Next is past, releasing the past. And this is where the energy, this creative energy that we have begins to have meaning. The mind begins to create meaning. And then labels. Some of that collective, domesticated consciousness, we get domesticated, as they say in the Four Agreements, the Toltec teachings, we get domesticated by mass consciousness, socialization, if you will, psychosocialization. We begin to take on these labels and use them as ingredients in a recipe to create an identity. Yeah. And what we're saying is that we're looking to release the stories that we know have created a limitation identity. That fears begin to block us from experiencing peace. And yes, okay? So releasing the past. And just moving into this place of stepping, right? Like knowing that we can activate and cooperate with change. That we can step into a label of our creation, even if it's simply being connected to the energy of creation. Right? That we have the faculties of being creative. So we can step into, right? Like we can direct our focus, right? Focus was a big word for our session around the fire of love last week. Into, what are you stepping into? And we're saying we're stepping into balance. This expression of life operates through the design of balance, that we can take in the life force and we can release what we don't need. We can take in what we do need and let go of what we don't need. Now, what we are doing with our practice today is bringing the mind into that awareness, bringing that mind into a supreme stillness, so that we can be with the design of the designer that's been placed within us to express the design of life that operates through balance. And when balance is present, we experience peace. When that balance is present, we experience this creative ability. When balance is present, health is in our awareness. Even if we're navigating through challenging times, like I'm navigating the unknown of caring for somebody who has had a stroke. Yes, my mother, you all have been aware of that, and I really deeply appreciate the energy you've sent our way, because it is really a blessing, and it may be invisible, and we may not have been educated entirely about the infinite superhuman powers that are available to this body and are programmed into its design. But I'm here to testify. If anyone is going through, who hears this, is going through any challenges where the body is beginning to express something that the world out there of mass consciousness has a lot of negative things to say, or they put a lot of fear into you, or it's just simply because the protocols of the mass conscious medical system is attempting to control. And some of that control is important when the body goes into an emergency disturbance of its vital energy signs. Like my mother's blood pressure went up. So that system is important when it can control the pressure. But what we want to do is utilize the system for what it can do. It has the ability to do, but educate ourselves so we know the ability of this body and can come to a stillness and balance, right? With the overwhelming energy coming in, but we also practice releasing what we don't need. Even if the mind doesn't know how to figure out all of the things that are going on in the allopathic system of healthcare, as I was with the cardiology nurse practitioner, I'm asking about atrial fibrillation because I'm not understanding it. Ask questions so you understand and never be rushed into something with fear. Always have an opportunity to prepare yourself for what you need to do with the system so that you can be inspired, guided to those naturopathic ways of healing our body. Because they're there. Everything is in balance, right? We have the allopathic way, we have naturopathic way. That naturopathic way includes the herbs, it includes the energy systems that govern this body. So, yes, it's a big time around growing up. We're growing up to be balanced, yeah? So when you recognize the mind, you know, we're directing it with that focus. And right now the focus is balance. So if there's any sense of being out of balance, go to the practice of balance. Right? Go to the practice of balance. And that's what we're going to dive into now, the practice of balance. And this pranayama, I often like to do it, but it's so powerful in bringing us to the place of stillness and helping us to clear the energy field, clear the subtle energy channels, so those thought forms that may have domesticated us over the years to have a certain propensity, to have a certain inclination to fear or anxiety or worry, any of those labels that limit us, that we come to the place of stillness before the label existed, and then it becomes in our balancing birthright to have a vibration wake up and rise, and therefore the thought forms that have a certain vibratory field, they can no longer dominate our attention because we're vibrating higher, and they start to get a little quieter. Now, my love mission for you is to focus on balance. Use your breath throughout your day to return to the flow of the breath, because it is the pure expression of balance, the process of respiration. Yeah, the body and the tissues, they may go through changes, but they too are an expression of balance. And when we experience something going on in the body, it's a call for balance. So then when you feel your body and your body's talking to you, there's that question to ask. How can I use this energy to serve my soul and my body being healthy? And then you listen for the guidance. You may hear, well, go over there, go see this person, call this person, go take a bath, go take a swim in the ocean. You'll hear the guidance, and one step will lead to the next. Now go over here. You say, but I don't want to go over there. I need you to go over there. Okay? So let's come into just warming up the body just a little bit. Okay? So as we do spinal flexes, your sit bones, the crest of your pelvic bone, right? As you rock it forward, inhale. As you rock back, exhale. So inhale, forward, exhale. Feel the movement of the pelvis, this energy at your root. Allow the breath to be dynamic, hands on your knees. Really feel that deep breath. But again, if you're on your cycle or pregnant, allow the breath to be gentle. Allow the movement to be in alignment with what feels good for your body. warming up that central nerve channel that we talked about last week. Shushmana or Shushumna, however way, tomato. Right? As you move the muscles on that sit bone and move those muscles, feel the breath come in, moving those muscles in your pelvic girdle, so important for your longevity as well as activating your youth hormones. Yeah, large bands of muscles help to activate the youth hormones. So here we have the spinous erectus. We have the psoas muscle, which is said to be the muscle of your soul. I wonder how they got that. Inhale. Come with your spine nice and tall. Hold that breath. Exhale. All right. Now, since we'll be using the shoulders, I want you to roll the shoulders up on the inhale, back and down on the exhale. Inhale up and forward, down and back, up and forward, rotating down and back. Inhaling up towards the ears and down and back. Again, let the breath be long and deep. Feel that you are drawing in the energy of life force. Feel like you're drawing it through every pore of the body, as if you're breathing in the energy of the stars, the cosmos, through every pore of the body. And as you exhale, feel that release. Maybe you might focus that release on a part of the body that needs to let go. All the energies, as I've been listening to One Natural Path, all the energies of blockages are caused by the microcapillary circulation, particularly lymphatic that is pulling out the waste, but then the capillary beds of the arteries that are bringing in nutrients, and then the veins that are returning blood to the heart and the lungs. So this microcapillary bed is so important. So as you move and open up with the prana, you help to open up these capillary beds and help the lymphatics to release. Inhale, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale. All right, so just to open up the shoulders a little more before we begin this breath for authentic stillness. Just inhale up, exhale down. Opening up the upper lungs. Inhale up. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Just really let the energy fill your lungs and then flow out into every cell. Feel every cell smile as you exhale. Yay. Okay. So beautiful. All right, so our hands are going to be like so. There's going to be a right angle at the elbow. The forearms are parallel with the earth, and it's like you're playing a drum, right? So let's get the movement first. And the movement is vigorous, okay? It's moving pretty quick. I'm going to put that to the back so it doesn't bump the other one. Pretty swift. Now you're going to allow your breath to be in a coordinated rhythm with this. It's somewhat of a breath of fire, so if you're on your cycle of pregnant, you're not going to engage in the breath of fire. You're just going to allow your breath to be comfortable and as deep as your body allows. So a swift movement here, feeling Mother Earth, tuning into the earth energies that allow us to physically exist. And the breath will flow, focused on the exhale, allowing the inhale. So you may help inhale a little bit. It's just a pulse around the navel point, but you're balancing the breath. Most important thing is you're balancing the inhale and the exhale. Closing the eyes. If you want to deepen the practice, you can draw the eyes up and in to the point between the eyebrows, activating the pituitary. Feeling Mother Earth. Feel that energy. Feeling the deep sense of gratitude for this ability to be in this intelligent vessel that has the capacity to regenerate. Okay, last few seconds, so see if you can go a little faster. Just allow the breath to be balanced. A little faster. Feel the movement of the air, clearing your aura, clearing the energy, moving the lymphatics, clearing the energy around your heart. A little faster if you can. Beautiful. Hold your hands in the original position, facing the earth. Inhale deeply. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, as long as it's comfortable for you, and hold. Feel the energy in your hands. Feel the energy of Mother Earth. As you exhale, allow the breath to be normal. Tune into Mother Earth. Tune into the gratitude for being able to have this physical experience. Because without it, there'd be no way to move through your challenges to the other side of being empowered. So when the next challenge comes, you feel confident in being able to navigate. And therefore you're evolving, moving beyond the realm of circumstances, being in the world, but not of it. Incredible, incredible. Every time I love the feeling in your hands. Can you feel your hands? Okay, we got Mama Addie sitting in. We welcome her. Welcome. And she's sitting in. Okay. We're going to hold our hands like so. The upper arms are gently against the ribs. Palms are facing you, but out at an angle. The movement is going to be going inward towards the heart. You can have a sense of gathering energy of the cosmos, bringing that in, and then also being able to sweep your heart center clean. This idea of releasing the past, now we're activating that release with the movement of our body, right? So this movement is going to be swift as well, and you're going to coordinate the breath just like we did with the first movement. Closing your eyes, increasing the pace, involving your breath. Feel the movement of the air. Let that be an indication that there's a cleansing going on. You're really opening up the lymphatic channels in the upper part of the body, really clearing out. So please drink plenty of water today, more than you normally would, as long as you don't have to be out and about, but get more than you normally would in today. To hydrate your body mass, it would be your body weight divided in half, and that would be the number of ounces. But now to flush your system, you'd get a little bit more. Maybe add another, do like 3/4. Maybe an extra quarter of that body weight to half. And allow it to feel the energy. So if you're at 60 ounces of water or 80 ounces of water, let's say 60, to hydrate, Then you might add another 30 ounces to flush, or another 20 ounces to flush. Feel it out. Now, pick up the pace. As you're pulsing the navel point, you're helping to invigorate the circulation in the pelvis and open up those subtle channels so the capillary beds can open up. Now, the capillary beds are connected to the subtle nerve channels as well. When the subtle nerve channels can flow, the influence on the body opens it up to operate according to design. So opening up these subtle energy channels is quite important, since they are the foundational channels of energy that allows the body to operate in its intelligent way. A little faster. Balance the breath. This is how you exercise balance, right? Body's been put under pressure, torque, friction, stress, and you're focused on the breath. This is how we train ourselves to walk through the world and not be of it. Now, original position, inhale. Hold the breath. If it's comfortable for you, lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Feel the energy. Exhale. Allowing your hands to face the heavens. Feel the energy, the life force of the cosmos, how life is organized to support you. Consider everything working on your behalf right now. Even though there may be challenges and circumstances to face collectively and individually, just consider what is working on your behalf right now. And consider that operating system is there to support you. So when the mind grasps on to labels that in no way support us, just lean into the awareness that your body is calling for prana. Your body is calling for life energy and calling on us to participate in the process of delivering the life energy. And all we need to do is just hone in and focus on the breath. The mind will let it go eventually. Let your body and mind be the indicator of how long you need to devote your focus to the breath. The mind will let go. It will pass. Nothing ever stays the same. Okay, our last movement. We're going to have the arms stretched out at shoulder level with the palms facing up. And it's going to be an exhale as we come up. Let you see my hands. It's going to be an exhale as we come up. Inhale as we come to shoulder level. Exhale, alternate the hands. Inhale, out. Exhale, inhale. Alternating the hands. You're working the muscles in the shoulders. Here's where you're really working the system that is associated with allowing a harmony and communication between the cranial brain, the heart brain, and the gut brain, and all the other brains we'll learn about in time to come. But yes, inhale, exhale. As you warm up, see if you can increase the pace. The speed is not important here. Sweeping through your aura, you are also clearing the subtle energy technology that flows from earlobe to earlobe. And for the women, it flows from nipple to nipple. This arc line, this energy of protection against negative thoughts, this energy that awakens the subtle sensory system so you can tune into the intuition of the heart, tune into the guidance of the cosmos and your source, tune into the intelligent energy beyond the field of mass consciousness. You tune into the original field of life, not the created life we are experiencing now. And then we can tap into the visions of our health and our society and our family life and our personal life, and creating relationships and connecting to the balanced energy of love. And no more do we feel lonely, but we realize we're all one. Last few seconds, if you have it in you to speed up, go ahead. Inhale, stretch out, palms up. Reach, really reach, strong arms. Now make your body strong. Feel the energy in the muscles around your spine. Feel the muscles in your thighs, your calves. Squeeze the whole body. Squeeze out, clear out those capillary beds. As you exhale, feel you can clear all your capillary beds. Inhale. Squeeze. Hold. Clearing out your system through the mouth, cannon breath. Last one. Inhale. Squeeze. Strong body. You are powerful, infinitely created, infinitely designed, able to express infinite creativity. Cannon breath out the mouth. Shake the arms out. Shake the shoulders. Come in that Surya Mudra. Sitting still. As I do the reading for today. From the 6th line. Washbuklan Chalbein Wachtehein. Aikana Dafkanan Shwachan al Hayabein. That 6th line of the Lord's Prayer. And forgive our debts as we forgive our debtors. And this is the transliteration. Loose the cords of mistakes binding us as we release the strands we hold of others' guilt. Forgive our hidden past, the secret shames, as we consistently forgive what others hide. Lighten our load of secret debts as we relieve others of their need to pay. That's some deep forgiveness right there. Just let it go. Our society should take that as an example, huh? Erase the inner marks our failures make, just as we scrub our hearts of others' faults. And that's a scrubbing of the heart. That's what we do. This is a scrubbing of the heart, right? We were doing things that just move into a higher vibration where we no longer pay attention to what people have done to us. We have a prioritized attention, to life. That's what we're devoted to. That's the whole idea of Christ consciousness. That's that perfect pattern, that perfect vibrational life. Absorb our frustrated hopes and dreams as we embrace those of others with emptiness. And that's something that almost sounds paradoxical, to embrace emptiness. Again, indicating that we are focused on our Creator, focused on the perfect pattern, the design of life, being taught in these ancient teachings that there is a vibratory frequency where we can dwell and experience peace, where we no longer have to hold on to what others have done, but yet we can be compassionate, we can be connected, but we don't have to take it on. Untangle the knots within so that we can mend our hearts. Compost our inner stolen fruit as we forgive others the spoils of their trespassing. It's interesting, that idea of stolen fruit, because we've been given this time, and that time can produce a harvest. It can produce an experience. And here we may have an ability to take care of ourselves, maybe, for example, to make sure let's say we know today we've been given the instruction through a divine guidance. A naturopath may call us up and say, hey, I was thinking about you. It's a good time to do a cleanse, so I suggest you do the enemas that you said did so well for you, and you go ahead and drink your green juice before you get some food. Just take, from the time you wake up to noon, to just get some things in like that. Your green juices, your warm water, and do a little colonic. And a friend calls you up and says, hey, such and such is in town. We haven't seen each other in 20 years. Let's go out for brunch. And that's that idea of stolen fruit. Yeah. That there are fruits in the orchard growing for your well-being, for your health, for your strength. And there is that energy that just wants to have a good time, not want to deal with the difficulties in life, not want to deal with whatever. And it steals that energy and uses it for something that it wasn't instructed to be used for. It's available to have a good time and do anything we want, but that idea of stolen fruit. When there's things we know we need to do, we're being asked to mature ourselves spiritually and step into that cultivation. Because when we allow that fruit to ripen, see, sometimes that stolen fruit, it pulls, and we get that joy of that life force before it gets a chance to ripen. And then we don't have it. It becomes stolen. Now we don't have it to ripen. You all right? We're winding down, getting ready to close up. Compost our inner stolen fruit. See that? So even here is the forgiveness of the design of life. Even though we did steal it in the past, compost it as we forgive others the spoils of their trespasses. If anybody's done anything against us. So even if we've done something against ourselves, it's getting composted. So now we can continue to grow those fruit trees, right? Loose the cords of mistakes binding us as we release, is that word, release, the strands we hold of others' guilt. Halflan lachma de soon kanan yamana. So the English, just one-liner of this is letting go heartbeat by heartbeat. That's the 6th line of the Lord's Prayer, y'all. All right. So we have our time for today. Just a quick announcement that it looks like, due to caregiving responsibilities, we're going to need to do our equinox immersion the Saturday after the equinox. So that'll be the 25th. So stay tuned for details about that coming out. And I think that's the biggest thing to say to you, besides, we love you. Thank you for gathering around this fire of love. Let's bring our hands together and send out this vibration, a prayer for this world. Remember, we have our prayer circle energy, so any visions or situations that come into your awareness that need this balancing energy to bathe it and awaken it into balance, send those prayers out into those areas as we close out today. As we send the energy of healing out for those of us that gather around this circle of fire, our Wednesday Sacred Circle members, if you will, that we send energy out to them, those that might not have gotten the newsletter out, and they didn't realize as well, Jill, that we were not gathering, but we are here. We're holding the space for all our ancestors and all our relations. So thank you, Source of Life, Designer of Life, for gathering us in this way, for allowing us to step into our abilities so that we can establish that relationship with this energy of life that flows according to your design, where balance is being expressed, harmony is being expressed, and we can relate to those. We can create a loving relationship with those beings, these energies that allows creation to exist and allows us to be a regenerative life force. Thank you for the healing and regeneration in these bodies, and how we get a chance to cultivate the fruits of life so that we can be the example of your presence on earth. Thank you for allowing us to face these challenges and feel the inspiration from within that guides us. Thank you for giving us everything we need to do the things we want and everything we want to do the things we need. And may we radiate this out to this world so it also dwells in a balancing energy of love and every being taken care of. We ask this for all our family and all our relations. Amen. Hallelujah. Namaste. Om. All right, family. Go forth and prosper. Okay, you all right out there? I'm going to take that as a yes. All right, Jill. Thank you. Thank you, Juliet. All right, we'll see you next Wednesday, if not sooner. All right. One love.